All right, welcome back everyone from the lunch break. We're going to go ahead and move into our 6.7, our 1 p.m. consideration of a veterans mission presentation facilitated by Rick Mayo, Vice President of the We Serve Veterans Incorporated, to include remarks from Lake County Veteran Services organizations and military funeral honors recognizing Lake County veterans who were killed in action. And I sponsored this item as well to assist with Rick in any way, shape, or form. He had everything pretty much lined up, so all I am is a name put on the agenda. He did all the work. So thank you, Rick. And so I just want to thank you all for gathering and coming to join us here. This item will also include presentations of plaques to our board as described in the memo attached to our agenda. It is a true privilege for our board to host this historic presentation, and we honor all who have sacrificed placing country before self. The presentation will begin in these chambers, and we will conclude by moving to the front of the courthouse steps for a Department of Defense authorized military funeral ceremony in honor of Lake County's veterans killed in action. Thank you to all who worked to make this item possible. Prior to commencing the presentation, we invite public comment in the chambers and in Zoom. And so with that, I think we open it up to Rick briefly, and then we'll see if there's anyone from the public that would like to say anything before we commence outside. So, Rick, go ahead, sir. There you go.
All right, thank you. Thank you to the members of the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Chair, and the rest of the board.
One second, Rick. He's going to come fix it.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Works better when the button's on.
There we go.
Again, I'd like to thank the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Chair, for hosting this event and making this event possible. And I'd like to also thank Mr. Rothstein and Ms. Johanna DeLong, along with the City of Lakeport Police Department and the City of Lakeport for helping us to make this event possible. I'd like to introduce our veteran chaplain, who will give Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer, Dennis Alexander.
Would you please put your hand over your heart? Those military may give a hand salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you please remain standing for a prayer? Dear Lord, thank you for the goodness and mercy that we received today. We are here today to discuss topics that may move us forward. Come and take center stage of this meeting. Give us new ideas to stand ahead and shoulders together. Grant us the wisdom to make this meeting a productive one. Remove any distractions that may make this meeting unproductive. We stand with you, and we will to the end. Thank you, O Lord, for answering our prayers. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dennis. I'd like to welcome all the dignitaries.
Rick, 1 second, please.
Sure.
There's a sound issue you're saying on Zoom or something like that?
Yeah, but we hear sound outside the box.
All right, real briefly, I'll just keep talking, and I'll read this order of service, because you gave this to us, and to see if the sound's going. If not, I think it's going? Okay, well, there we go. You may continue, Rick.
I'd like to welcome dignitaries, honored guests, invited guests, and all of those who are here. Would you kindly stand and just state your name? Honored guests, dignitaries.
Do you want me to call them out and then, because I have the list right here, and maybe they can come up and say something?
No, that's the organization. This was the dignitaries that I had invited to the event.
Okay.
Yeah. I see Chief Hobbs back there from the city of Clear Lake. I see Lou Bingham, Sheriff, Lake County. Any other honored guests, dignitaries? St. Elmo Mosby, Navy Corpsman, Vietnam veteran, Elmo. I see Steve Harrison, former Lake County resident, VA Veterans Justice Outreach social worker from Santa Rosa. There he is. Thank you for coming. Okay. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dave Wall-Smith, United States Marine Corps Vietnam veteran. We Serve Veterans, Inc. president, and a whole host of other titles that he will explain to you. To give us our veterans mission overview and plaque presentation. Mr. Wall-Smith.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayo. In case you didn't hear, my name is Dave Wall-Smith.
Dave, if you can grab the,
Because there's too much going on here.
Dave, if you can grab the microphone real quick.
No, I'm gonna yell. Hoo-hoo. How about now? All right. Our mission is briefly to introduce several of these organizations and highlight the services they provide for Lake County veterans and our community as a whole. Today, we'll be presenting the Lake County Board of Supervisors with a Veteran Appreciation Plaque, as well as a plaque listing all Lake County veterans killed in action since World War I. After the presentation and program, the Lake County Military Funerals Honor Team will provide a Department of Defense authorized military funeral ceremony, followed by a rendering of taps. At this time, I'd like to ask veterans within the audience or on the board to please stand and be recognized. Brad. I was almost done. Now, any others who were or are or were married to a veteran or have other veterans in your family, please stand as well. And let's give them all a thank you and a round of applause. Now, a plaque. That plaque.
This plaque.
All right. I don't know if anybody's seen this. So, the Board of Supervisors has always been, yeah, I forget that, sorry. Go ahead. We've always been treated pretty well by the Board of Supervisors. They respond to us over the years, look after us, and we thought it was more than appropriate to thank them. And we don't know how many times this has happened, but this is our first time. Hold it up. This is presented to the board in thanks and appreciation for everything they've done for the veterans in this county. That would be all of you. Thank you.
You want us to come down?
Cindy?
Okay.
No, you're okay.
The board members are going to come down from the dais and surround you with the presentation.
All right, we're not quite finished. This plaque, as I mentioned before, lists all the KIAs that's killed in action in Lake County since World War I. Their branch, their name, the date, etc. This will be posted out in the lobby on the Veterans Wall. And Cindy Sobo is a veteran of ours who helps us with all these good things. She's also very active in the museum.
Okay. This was a very special presentation. The local members and veterans of the community that died in action, especially Joy Medeiros, who was the first KIA killed in action from Lake County. It's buried in Upper Lake. There's 29 other names of veterans, citizens, veterans in the community that is named in this plaque that all died from killed in action in the wars and died. So we're here to honor them. The ceremony outside will be honoring all of the KIAs from Lake County that was killed in action in all of the wars, regardless of whether their names is affixed to this plaque or not. We're going to honor all our veterans. Thank you.
Plaques to the supervisors.
Is that how you hold this?
Sure. No, please.
Do you mind if I read the names? So I'm going to read off the names that I see here, dedicated to Lake County Killed in Action veterans. Jacinto Joy Medeiros from the Army, France, 1918, buried in Hartley, World War I. Freddie W. Myers of the Army, Washington, 1918, World War I. George W. Vanoni, 1918, World War I, from the Army. Archie M. Hendricks, the Philippines, 1942, World War II, of the Army. Kenneth L. Stedman, POW, Japan, 1942, World War II, U.S. Air Force. Herbert M. Wilson, Africa, 1943, WW2, Army. Miles Schnitzer, Italy, 1943, World War II, Army. Harmon O. Treadway, Iceland, 1943, World War II, Army. Eric C. Patterson, Guadalcanal, 1943, World War II, United States Marine Corps. Henry F. Wolfgram, England, 1944, World War II, Army. Marion L. Parker, France, 1944, World War II, United States Air Force. Richard L. Marston, 1945, World War II, United States Army. Donald Simpson, Italy, 1945, World War II, United States Army. Harvey R. Mosier, 1945, World War II, United States Air Force. Merrill C. Rannells, Okinawa, 1945, World War II, United States Marine Corps. Isaac J. Smith, Korea, 1953, United States Army. William Moore, Vietnam, 1965, United States Marine Corps. Neil Rasmussen, Vietnam, 1966, United States Army. Louis Groth, Vietnam, 1967, Hartley, United States Army. William S. Robertson, Vietnam, 1967, United States Army. Paul W. Hill, Vietnam, 1967, Hartley, United States Navy. David C. Lindbergh, Vietnam, 1967, United States Air Force. William E. Adams, Vietnam, 1968, United States Marine Corps. Darrell W. Schuster, Vietnam, 1969, United States Army. George L. Silva, Vietnam, 1969, United States Marine Corps. Robert Mills, Vietnam, 1972, United States Navy. Michael R. Connor, Persian Gulf, 1991, Hartley, United States Army. Ivan I. Wilson, Afghanistan, 2008, United States Marine Corps. David J. Hartman, Pakistan, 2010, United States Army. Richard Essex, Afghanistan, 2012, United States Army. And anyone else that's not on this list, we want to honor them as well.
That's all right.
I really don't know what to say. This is powerful. These are people who lost their lives for all of us. Some of them are a little bit more personal to me. As many of you know, I was born in France, and to hear of those who from Lake County were in France and lost their lives, for my family, that means a lot. And so thank you everybody who served.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm still.
You're not back to 2024.
Sorry. All right.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our Lake County, California veteran organizations. First speaker, United Veterans Council, David Walsmith.
Been here before, haven't we? United Veterans Council. Rather than try to tell you everything they do, I'm going to read the mission statement. I think it more clearly defines who they are, what their goals are, what their priorities are, and how they integrate all the rest of the affiliate organizations. The United Veterans Council of Lake County, California aims to support veterans, their families, and the military by providing information, resources, and advocacy. Their mission is to foster camaraderie and provide assistance to veterans, helping them navigate benefits, services, and support. A more detailed look at their mission and values includes support and honor. The Council's primary goal is to honor and support all veterans. Information and advocacy. They provide information about federal, state, local benefits and services, along with advocacy and professional assistance for veterans and their families. Community engagement. The Council fosters camaraderie among veterans and aims to serve the military and the broader community. Resource provision. They offer various resources, including information, referral services, and assistance for veterans and their families. Values. While the United Veterans Council of Lake County doesn't explicitly state core values in the same way some other organizations do, nonetheless, their actions and missions suggest they focus on support and advocacy, community, resourcefulness, and collaboration. In the future, should this event occur again, hopefully it will fall under the United Veterans Council. It was put together this year spontaneously. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Cindy Stovall, Joy Madero's Veteran Museum, Daryl Biddle, curator. Cindy.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick, for your perseverance and dedication to gather us all here today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2018, Daryl Biddle, a veteran of the U.S. Navy, had a vision of a place where people could come to see what the world looked like through the eyes of all veterans. He started with a few items he had collected, found a place to house the items, and begun the journey that led to the Joy Madero's Veterans Museum. Using information he gathered from the Genealogical Society and military records, he was able to create displays that would show Lake County moments in history. After opening, veterans and veterans' families began to bring in memorabilia from their time in the military. Along with a dedicated group of veteran volunteers, he was able to display those donated items in areas that the whole county would see. For instance, the Native American wall developed by veteran Robert Bell. Where is he? I lost him. Right there. The name of the museum came from the first soldier killed in action in World War I, as was read earlier. I'd like to read you now their mission statement for the museum. We are a trust for those who came before, a repository of veterans' history and veterans' artifacts. We will act as sponsorship of veterans events, conduct tours and educational outreach. We will act to preserve artifacts and documentation and to be the restorers of veteran history. We are to present them to the public that they may know the sacrifices that our veterans have paid through war and peace. For remembrance and education, may God bless our veterans. Thank you.
Thank you.
Canartie American Legion Post 437, Rooster Commander.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. My real name is Ron Rignier, but I've been called Rooster for 30 years, and you can probably tell by the bird legs. Anyway, so our post does a lot of great things. Last year, along with all the rest of the veterans, about 20 grand worth of toys we gave away over in Clear Lake at the Legion. We also do other things, have a breakfast once a month. We house for 25 bucks a day. We have the ABC group, which is behavioral kids, come in 3 times a week. We do other fantastic things, and we've done our food giveaway for the last 2 months. Veterans, we post at the VA clinic, and you can come down there and pick up canned goods, meats, and things like that. I've been with the organization about 3 years, proud to be in it. I was just relieved of my duties. Now I'm second in charge. Our commander couldn't be here, so I'm representing, and I'm just very proud to be a part of all of this. And thank you guys very much.
Clear Lake Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 2337, Earl Morehouse, Commander. Earl?
Hey. Can you hear me okay? Yes. All right. I put on each one of your desks a goal that we have. This explains it. I don't need to spend 2 minutes to do it. You have it in front of you. It is self-explanatory, and I can't thank you enough for having us here. As Rooster said, Rooster and I have been working together. He's past commander. I am the commander at 2337. We've been working together to support our troops. At times, they need a ride, and they don't have a ride. At times, they need 20 bucks so they can get over to Santa Rosa. We get in the register and give them 20 bucks. They just pulled into town, don't have a place to stay. We put them in a hotel. So we at the VFW are in support of our troops. We're asking for your support also. That being said, thank you one and all.
Okay, Kelseyville American Legion Post 194, Mike Marshall, Commander. Mike?
Gentlemen and ladies, thanks for inviting us. I'm Mike Marshall, the commander of the American Legion, Treadway Post, like one of the names. Post 194. I've been the commander there for the past 10 years. Currently, we have approximately 70 active members. The age of the post is 105 years old, along with our good friend Gaylord Doc Stern, some of you people may know. He says hello. And of course, the Military Funeral Honors Team is part of our post. We hold annual Memorial Day services at the Kelseyville Cemetery. We lead the annual Pear Festival with our color guard. We are major sponsors of Boys and Girls State at $50 or $500 per student. We contribute to wreaths across America. We open the post building to community organizations and veterans groups and others like the Sea Scouts. We hold an annual 4th of July barbecue fundraiser. We participate in the Canocti Vista Casino, 11/11/11, 11th day, 11th month, 11th day, and 11th hour, and Operation Tango Mike. We don't solicit donations, but are happily accept donations. Thank you.
Vietnam Veterans of America, Post 951, Dean Gotham, President. Dean.
Good afternoon. I'm Dean Gotham. I'm actually the past president and current treasurer. And I just want to give you a quick overview. Vietnam Veterans of America developed in the late 70s because Vietnam veterans were not getting their needs met at all. And another organization had to take over and do it. That's what Vietnam veterans were born in, and that's what we're continuing to do, particularly through legislation. That's what Vietnam Veterans of America is really known for, is their strict advocacy in legislation in support of veterans. For instance, the last PACT Act and the Mission Act, and going way back. Locally, we're over 20 years old. How do I say it? Our mission has changed. Age and the pandemic has severely affected our chapter. We can't meet where we used to. And we can't do a lot of the activities that we used to. For instance, for over a decade, we were the sponsor of Hartley Cemetery, Avenue of the Flags. Well, it got to the point where we had so many older people that they just couldn't physically do it. And we had to resign and let another organization take over. But that's just an example. We've been very active in the county, and I'm most proud of one of our achievements, which was bringing the Vietnam Veterans Moving Wall here to Lake County for everyone to experience. Additionally, we support our community with donations wherever we can. Operation Tango Mike, Lake County Sheriff's Association, Lake Family Resource Center, any number of organizations that we contribute to regularly. So our mission today has changed. And what we're doing now is we're supporting the Veterans Museum. We're participating in supporting the Pearl Harbor mast. We always are advocates for veterans. So any veteran that we come across who is in need of help, we will refer them, if not to the Veterans Office, to one of the other organizations who have set up. So currently, I would suggest that one of the most important things that we're still working on is legislation. For instance, right now, we've been fighting a battle in Congress over the Donut Dollies Congressional Gold Medal Act. Now, who are the Donut Dollies? These were American Red Cross women volunteers who went out into the bush in Vietnam to give a little taste of home to those guys who had been out in the bush for so long. This is the type of organization that we are. We support all veterans in whatever way we can.
Dean.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Vet Connect of Lake County, Ken Shaw, President. Ken?
Mr. Chairman, Board, thank you very much for this opportunity to bring awareness of our mission and the veteran community as a whole. Vet Connect was originally part of United Veterans Council. It was founded by Rick Rice and Frank Parker roughly 15 years ago. Since that point in time, it has grown to into its own entity and is now its own 501c3. Our primary focus is helping homeless vets in finding housing and helping them reacclimate to society. A number of very unique circumstances that veterans face that we try to address on as direct a level as we possibly can. To that end, Vet Connect has over the years done an annual stand down, which is an opportunity to get veterans in front of service providers, particularly CalVet. One of the organizations that we work very closely with is Nation's Finest. Vince is one of our most precious contacts. We also work with the VA Outreach, Will Van Zant, and I'm drawing a blank at the moment, Amanda Lopez, who work directly with VA, to assist them in making contact with homeless vets. We have a supply of gear that we draw out of a military reutilization depot in Sutter, Yuba. We maintain an inventory so that these guys don't have to go all the way to Yuba City to draw supplies. We now have a brick and mortar presence in the Willow Tree Plaza over by CBS and Safeway. That Safeway has done us a hell of a turn. They've set us up in that building and do a wonderful job of taking care of our needs. That said, that brick and mortar presence gives us an opportunity for creating a sense of community within the veterans community, where these guys know that they can come to air their dirty laundry in a safe environment. That in and of itself has grown exponentially over the last couple of years. And again, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to present this, and I'll move along now. Thank you.
Avenue of Flags, Mike Dean, President. Not here. Okay. Operation Tango Mike, Jenny Cravens, President.
Thank you for the opportunity. I doubt that anyone thought about driving over a roadside bomb on your way here, nor do you think that a rocket-propelled grenade is going to hit this building. It's because of our military. They're keeping us safe and free. Tango Mike sends care packages. Tango Mike translates to thanks much, and those packages are Lake County's offer of thank you to our troops. We're an all-volunteer 501c3, no paid staff, and we receive no government funding. We rely on donations and fundraising. Sergeant Gomez recently wrote, "We received your care packages and wanted to express how grateful we are for the effort that you guys put into these boxes of joy. They make us so happy." There have been times when we have also struggled with intense grief of loss. On 3 occasions, we have faced that excruciating ordeal. The pain of losing any service member is deep, but it's nearly unbearable when it's one of your own, a member of the Operation Tango Mike family. Standing on a tarmac holding a collapsing mother as her son's flag-draped coffin is unveiled is an experience that I would not wish upon anyone, but would not trade for anything. It was a profound honor. We have assisted 3 local families who lost their sons killed in action. Lance Corporal Ivan Wilson, Sergeant First Class David Hartman, and Sergeant Richard Essex. Denise Wilson, a Gold Star mother, said, "Packing parties have given myself and my son Nate a place to continue on in Ivan's memory. Each care package is like packing for him. I think of what he liked. The packing parties are a boost for volunteers, and we provide troops with a piece of home. Sometimes it's hard for me to go and know that I am a Gold Star parent, but then I think I still have much to give to those troops that are still with us." Families of our deployed troops find a welcoming and supportive group through Operation Tango Mike. There are anxious times waiting for news from the front lines. Occasions we share a laugh, sometimes tears, and always a needed hug or handshake. There's something very special about a community coming together for common good. Supporting our troops through cards, letters, and care packages has absolutely nothing to do with politics and everything to do with humanity. It's not about being Democrat. It's not about being a Republican. It's about being an American. The media will tell you about celebrities and political scandals, but they fail to recognize the service and sacrifice made by our troops and military families every single day. We are still sending care packages to Iraq. There has not been a month since 2003 we have not sent to boots on the ground in Iraq. Most people don't know that. I hope among those that are here today, Operation Tango Mike has somehow touched your life or some of your friends or your family and somehow made a small difference. Thank you for your time today and your kind attention. Please support our troops, honor our veterans, and never forget our fallen. Thank you.
Moose Lodge, number 2284, Dennis Alexander, Canocta American Legion, second vice president. Dennis.
Thank you very much for inviting us today. I'm Dennis Alexander. I'm the current chaplain of American Legion Post 437. I'm proud to say I'm a past commander of that post. Today I'm here to represent the Moose Lodge. We're a community-based organization, strictly social. I'd like to say that last night I put on a community service bingo for everybody in Lake County. We had a roaring great time. And tomorrow night I'm putting on a free veterans dinner for our veterans of Lake County. It's chicken surprise. It's a surprise if I don't burn it. It's a surprise if it tastes good. I invite everybody to come out. We have great music tomorrow night at the Moose Lodge. We support a children's home in Chicago and a retirement home in Florida. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis. Patriot Guard Riders, Patrick Panther, commander, David Wall-Smith, speaker.
I want to apologize for Patrick not being here. He had a previous commitment, a family commitment. We're going to, about time to move the team
Yes.
outside? No. Oh. How come you didn't ask him to speak?
Well, I haven't gotten to him yet.
Well, get over here and speak.
Sit. Yes, yes, after David gets done.
Give me the instructions. Bear with us, please. All right, Patriot Guard Riders. I don't know if you know who they are or not. They've been around since 2005. They currently represent about 162,000 members in Canada and America. The Patriot Guard Riders is a diverse amalgamation of riders and non-riders from across the United States and Canada. They share an unwavering respect for those who risk their lives for America's freedom and security. All participants are volunteers. To ensure that today's warfighters, service members from all military branches are treated with respect and dignity upon returning home. We have also expanded our services to include police and fire. This includes welcome home celebrations and funerals. Fallen hero funeral support services may include a flag line, escort, or other assistance to ensure that funeral services are carried out with dignity, honor, and respect a fallen hero and the family deserves. Welcome home and send-off events, flag lines, and greeters at airports, well-wishers at home, and escorts to and from airports and home. Help on the home front, providing a variety of support actions as may be required to help a veteran and the family through various difficulties. Also, the Fallen Warrior Scholarship Fund provides financial assistance for education. It doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride or if you ride at all, or what your political views are, whether you're a hawk or a dove, whether you're a veteran or not. The only prerequisite is respect. A willingness to demonstrate respect and gratitude for the service and sacrifice of today's service members and for veterans of prior wars. Thank you.
Military Honors Team of Lake County, Boone. Stephen Boone, speaker. Bob Perez, commander.
Thank you, Richard, and thank you guys for having us here. My name is Stephen Boone. I'm an United States Marine veteran. I am fortunate enough to be a member of the Military Funeral Honors Team of Lake County. And as a team, we perform a variety of services. We have team members who can unfurl the United States flag and then refold it into a funerary memento, which is the triangular shape that you see. The memento can be kept by the family and passed to future generations so that nobody forgets. We also have team members who will play taps, and we have members who will fire the traditional 3 volleys, signifying the laying to rest of an American warrior. These services help families cope with the loss and secure some closure from their loved ones, and a feeling they have given their loved one a proper burial and respect. So as we often say in the military, I'll see you in Valhalla. Thank you.
The Military Funeral Honors Team in Lake County has performed over 2,000 military
Good afternoon, Matthew Rothstein, Chief Deputy County Administrative Officer. I just want to say thank you, Mr. Mayo, and those who presented this afternoon, and all who are working to ensure Lake County's veterans are appropriately honored and connected with much-needed services. Your meaningful work is deeply appreciated, and what a privilege it is to be a part of this ceremony. Supervisor Sabatier shared some brief remarks, and Mr. Chair, if it pleases you to invite comments from other supervisors, now would be an appropriate time. And following your board's remarks, I'll introduce the next portion of our ceremony.
Excellent. Anybody from, go ahead, Vice Chair.
Well, we have an amazing group of organizations here in our county that support veterans, and just want to say I truly appreciate everything you guys do for our community and all the support you provide for not only our veterans, but also those that are still currently serving. So thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today, but for also showing up every day. For we have an unusually high population of veterans in our county. It's something really special. It's something to be proud of. And I appreciate the services that you all show up and provide for them, and then we continue to support those that are actively serving now, and the support for their families.
I had the honor of getting to know some of our local veterans here. Of course, my son and my father both did serve overseas as well, which is Afghanistan War and the World War II. So you have no idea how much you mean to us, to America. When I say us, we would not have the freedom that we have today. And for those that were not treated properly by coming home from, say, Vietnam, that is such a huge black eye. And I hope we can write that. We wouldn't be here without you, going all the way back. So you have my greatest gratitude. Thank you.
So my grandfather served in Korea. He was an Army veteran. He was airborne, and he went to Korea with the 101st. For the Korean conflict. My uncle James, his son Junior, was in the Gulf War, the first Gulf War in Kuwait, and then that was with the 101st. I served with the 101st in OIF. I was in Q West, and I see someone else who was in Q West as well here. So not only that, I had a stepfather who was a Vietnam veteran in the Army. My uncle in the back is the United States Marine Corps. I see my friends here, Vince, who was in the Army as well. We went to school. We're really close friends. Bob was a helicopter mechanic just like me, and there's so many others. I know, Sheriff, your son is a 67 Romeo or a 15 Romeo now. He works on he does the same job that I did and that Bob did in Vietnam. So once you get back home and you start talking to everybody, you start realizing that you've crossed paths or crossed deserts or crossed jungles or whatever the case may be. And so you immediately know that you can joke a specific way, you can say specific things that you all understand, and you won't, it's just like talking a different language, and the camaraderie is already understood. And so the fact that all of you are here to support the veterans and their families, it just means so much. It's just like Jenny said, you have to, give that piece of home. And not only that, we have to honor that special thing that no one else commonly does, because veterans volunteer to go, right? And so I don't know, I just wanted to say those things, and I wanted to make some connections with different folks here, because we all have crossed the path, or our families have. So, and I just appreciate all the words that were said. Rick, as usual, thank you for putting this together and doing this work. The honors team, you guys have done so many different, funerals, but not only that, for one of my great uncles who was a World War II veteran, at the Robinson Rancheria Cemetery. So, I mean, just so many different aspects to everybody's honoring and serving, to not only aid, but then just volunteer. So I'll say that, and what I'll do too is right now I think we'll open it up to the public. If anybody wants to come up and say something, by all means come to the microphone and say anything you would like before we go on to the next item, which I think we will go, I'll give it back to Rick, and then he'll guide us outside, right? So if there's anyone from the public that would like to come up and say something, come on up.
My name's Michelle Moist. I came back from a DAV convention here, so I didn't really prepare because I just came from out of state at a convention. But I wanted to let everybody know that I started a women's vet group at Frick Hall that meets at night. It's just a crock pot, and it's to come and, bring women together to create that connection with fellow women who served too.
Thank you, Michelle. And Michelle was in Key West like 3 or 4 years after I was there. That's who I was mentioning. So
I was in Iraq, Balad, and Key West.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a man of few words. Thank you.
That's true.
I'm here. I'm a Native American Vietnam veteran. I got started with the museum back in 2019, I think. Anyway, when I first went in, I asked Daryl, I said, "Where's the Native Americans?" He said, "That's what I'm trying to do. Do you know any?" And I knew of a couple of my family members had collected names and pictures and stuff of the veterans. So I went and talked to her. Her name is Mary, what is her name? Rosemary. Rosemary Want.
Oh, yes.
And Ed Arnold. They got together information on 564 Native American veterans from Lake County and Mendocino County. And I was drafted, but when I went in, I became very proud, because I actually, in my heart, I felt that I was defending our homeland, our Native American homeland, our ancestral homeland, all you guys, homeland, and this is why I was proud to do that. And I want to thank you all for being proud of us. Thank you.
And that's Robert Bell. For the record, it's Robert Bell. We call him Bob Bell, but Robert Bell. All right.
Still did, okay.
Come on up, Matthew. I think Matthew was going to go, and then.
Just wanted to interrupt a minute. In my opening statement, I forgot to mention that I served in the U.S. Army, Vietnam era, and I'm also a member of the Military Funeral Honors Team of Lake County. Matthew.
Thank you for your service, Rick. Again, Matthew Rothstein, Chief Deputy County Administrative Officer. In approximately 10 minutes, on the front courthouse steps, a Department of Defense authorized military funeral ceremony will commence honoring Lake County's veterans killed in action. Our deepest thanks to the Military Funeral Honors team of Lake County for facilitating that ceremony today. Before we head outside, I'd like to ask all of those who made presentations today and the members of our board up on the dais to gather around Rick Mayo and with the plaques that were presented to the Board of Supervisors today for a quick photo opportunity. I know we have Ms. Chen from Lakeco News and a couple of other photographers here in the room today, as well as the county staff. So we'd appreciate having that quick opportunity. And then once that photo is taken, those who are gathered here in the front of the chambers can be allowed to process out of the chambers first, that will allow an orderly transition to where we'll be heading out to the courthouse front steps for those military honors, the military funeral ceremony. So again, if those who made presentations and members of the board, if you can gather around Mr. Mayo for a picture opportunity first, and then we'll head outside.
Can we all get in here?
See if I can sneak behind you guys.
Would it be better if we went across the wall or something?
No, that's okay, because we got that nice screen with flags right on the table there, and head through the street. And all that. Just not have anybody's face in front of another person's face. I want to see everybody's face, okay? Oh, my brother. How you doing? Real good. Okay. I'm gonna do this on the count of three, so don't blink. 1, 2, 3. Check that out. And I don't want your eyes going like this either, you know. All right, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Coming a little closer. 1, oh, this is 3. I'm done. So now if those gathered in front of the chambers can proceed out to the front steps. Thank you all.
All right, welcome back. So we're going to now go on to our closed session, our last closed session item of the day, 9.1, our 230 public employee appointment pursuant to Government Code Section 54957B1, interviews for public health officer, appointment of public health officer. With that, we'll go into closed session, and thank you for joining with us today on the Board of Supervisors meeting, and we will see you next time.